Hello everyone, welcome to ScorHigh. In our current affairs analysis series, today we will be discussing the topic India and Portugal to set up National Maritime Heritage Museum. So this was in news recently and we will be discussing it in depth, and it will be useful for your various competitive examinations both in subjective as well as in objective papers. So let's see what was the news. So India and Portugal will cooperate in setting up a National Maritime Heritage Museum at ancient Indian site of Lothal in Gujarat. So it will come up, the National Maritime Heritage Museum will come up in Lothal in Gujarat. Now Lothal, it literally means mound of dead. It means mound of dead. And it was one of the port cities of Indus Valley civilization. This is Lothal in Gujarat, and it was one of the port cities in Indus Valley civilization. This is from where it gets its importance. Now, in March 2019, the Government of India allocated a grant for building Maritime Museum, and the foundation stone for the project was laid by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Then, during Portuguese Defence Minister João Gomes Cravinho's visit to India in April 2019, initial discussions were held between India and Portugal for developing Maritime Museum. Now from here the question arises, why Portugal? Firstly, because Portugal is home to the Navy Museum, a maritime museum in Lisbon, which is administered by the Portugal Navy. So the two countries discussed that India could also follow the similar mode. And soon a Defence Ministry led delegation visited Portugal to study the existing museum in Lisbon. Now what are the features of this proposed Maritime Museum? The proposed Maritime Museum in India is likely to come up on lines of similar museum at Lisbon, which is administered by the Portuguese Navy. So this is important that it will come up on the lines of a similar museum at Lisbon. This can be a statement in your prelims that it will be on the Maritime Museum will be unique. If it says so, then the statement would be wrong because it will be on the lines of a similar museum at Lisbon. And the implementing agencies will be Union Ministry of Shipping through its Sagarmala program, along with the involvement of the state government and the Archaeological Survey of India, with other stakeholders. So remember these prime three ones, which are Union Ministry of Shipping, the state government and the Archaeological Survey of India. And the Indian Navy is also keen to be a stakeholder in project, and the Portuguese Navy has agreed to assist the former, that is the Indian Navy, with their experience of administering the Maritime Museum in Lisbon. Now what will be the purpose of this? It will showcase and preserve India's rich and diverse maritime heritage first, and second, it also seeks to highlight ancient shipbuilding and navigational technologies which were developed by India. And it will also be useful in strengthening ties between India and Portugal. So this was for this topic. For various other topics, you can visit our website www.scorhigh.com, or you can even follow us on our Instagram handle, which is score_high. So that's all for today. We'll meet again with a new topic. Thank you so much.